Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of CM Meets, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Julie Shorrock, the MD of the HTS Group and a very active HBAA Board Member. How are you, Julie?
I'm very well, thank you, Martin, and thank you for having me here today.
Pleasure's all mine. Now, I thought maybe you could give us a bit of context and background and explain to our audience what actually HTS does, and perhaps give us a bit of an overview of the impact that you've been on the receiving end of over the last 12, 14 months.
Okay, well, HTS is abbreviated for Hotel and Travel Solutions. We are primarily a hotel booking agent, but we do the full travel services. So whether you want a ferry, a flight, a car hire, whatever it is, accommodation, meeting events, that's what HTS does. All of our clients are contracted, have all been tendered or procured. So we have a very nice, tight client base. The pandemic, what has it done to us? I think to say brutally devastating would sum it up. We've seen as higher drops of 80% of our usual business during the peaks of the pandemic. And we've seen a drop of about 50% of our workforce. So it's been pretty devastating overall. It's been very sad, very hard, but I do think we're coming out of it now. And I think the way that we've scaled back the business and the team that we've got, we're ready for the future. We're ready to get the restrictions lifted and start fighting back now.
Absolutely. I mean, certainly the wheels of the recovery are now in motion. It's been fantastic to see. I mean, I've been getting loads of stories and intel coming in of businesses being, recruiting and business being confirmed, which is great. But the recruitment side is the most obvious. I was on LinkedIn just before we came on air, and all of a sudden just confronted with all these job adverts, just popping up online. So it's really encouraging. So I'm curious, really, what's your sort of philosophy towards rebuilding HTS? I mean, are you going to go with youth? What's the blend with experience? How do you sort of see it structuring over the next few months?
I think here at HTS, we're going to be looking at both youth and experience. The reservation team here, the transient reservation team, has been halved, which means that what we're left with is a very experienced, long-serving experienced team with me, which basically serves themselves to be perfect for recruiting the youth and the inexperienced, to actually give them the training and support that the young people would actually need. So in one aspect, we're very ready to recruit the youngsters. And I do see that the young are our talent and are our future. They bring with them a perspective, and by embracing their energy and almost their naivety, their input to the growth and development of our business, it can be absolutely crucial. So I do want to bring the youth into the fold and start developing them. And as we all say, and especially for me personally, there's nothing more rewarding than watching someone develop and achieve their full potential, especially when it's within your own business. But saying all of that, when we start to rebuild our conference and event management division, we're going to need experience. We're going to need to rebuild the confidence in our clients to start organising those large events again. And we need to employ those experienced conference and event managers who have embraced the other technologies that have come through over the last 12 months, the hybrid events, virtual meetings, etc. So in that area, it is definitely going to be experience that we need. So it's going to be a combination. I think we've got room for youth and room to grow some youngsters within our industry, but we are going to need those experienced personnel back in and help us rebuild the businesses where we need.
Absolutely. Sounds like it's going to be an exciting time, certainly at HTS. So obviously how the government have conducted themselves over the last year is perhaps somewhat divisive. Some things they've got right, some things they've got phenomenally wrong, but we won't get too bogged down with who did what to who. But one thing that I think has been of interest is the kickstart scheme with relationship to apprenticeships and just getting more young people into work. And this is something I think you and I spoke about a couple of weeks ago. How are you going to plan to use that scheme?
Well, here at HTS, we've got a very strong client base. All our clients have appointed us on long-term contracts with supporting SLAs. So we are confident that as restrictions are lifted and clients return to their, shall I say, usual normal business practices, our business will return as well. We therefore need to logistically manage our recruitment in line with the lifting of these restrictions and as and when our clients start to return to events and business travel. But that's the difficult bit, the logistics and the planning of it. We've been financially impacted over the last 12 months. So to recruit too early is going to financially hurt us even more. But to not recruit in time will be to the detriment of our business. So we've got to get that timing absolutely right. And the Kickstart scheme enables companies like HTS in this current position to recruit people before we are financially able. This enables HTS to recruit the youngsters, for example, and get them trained, get them embedded into the system and into our team, ready for when our business does return. And all of that can be at absolutely no cost to HTS. And at the moment, cost is so crucial. How we've been financially impacted is massive. So to be able to recruit people, get them trained up, get them ready so that as and when our clients start to return, we can hit the ground running is absolutely crucial. Now, the additional benefits of the Kickstart scheme is it actually enables you to top up the salary and top up the hours, which means I could, and I am going to use the scheme to recruit more experienced personnel, whereby I can top up their salary and top up their hours. And then I will have them in the team ready to hit the ground running when our clients come back. Without the Kickstart scheme and without that contribution, that financial contribution from the scheme, I wouldn't be able to do that. And we would be running at a much faster pace, fighting with the return of our clients and fighting to sustain our business if I had to wait for the finances to come in before I could recruit. So in turn, it's fantastic. It's a really massive financial contribution for us to get our businesses back to where they need to be for when our clients are ready for us.
That sounds really encouraging, and certainly it's great that you're able to take something like that and give people some confidence and get them back into work as well. Julie, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for stopping by to talk to me. See you very soon. Thank you.
Thank you.